Monster Party is quite a conundrum. Not only was this Japanese game released only in the US, but much of its content totally contradicts the strict guidelines imposed by Nintendo of America in the 80s and 90s. This cutscene, for example, shows the hero being brutally torn apart by monsters. It wasn't just violence though. Take a look at these enemies. Yep, you randomly have flailing pairs of buttocks just littering the game's environment, which is just ass-king to get censored by old school Nintendo. Now the aura surrounding Monster Party is of a much greater extent than that. It wasn't released in Japan, no, but there does in fact exist a prototype of what the Japanese version would have been like. This legendary near complete build was released on the net in 2014, and with it has allowed people to see just how much they had to alter for Western markets. The first thing you'll notice is that despite all of the uncensored blood and gore, the title screen was much more graphic originally. You'll also be in for a surprise when you get to the snake boss fight. In Japan you fight Medusa instead, which could be a case of Nintendo removing violence against women, something that they were well known for. For those curious about the use of the love heart in the Japanese version, she says the much less generic, "I'm going to give you my Tsushinoko, hee hee." Tsushinoko being a famous mythological Japanese snake. But that's it for censorship to violence. All of the other edits were based around the removal of copyrighted material, plagiarism being something that Japan just seemed to not really give a crap about for the longest time. Unlike its Western title of simply Monster Party, in Japan it went by the name Parody World Monster Party, and true to its name it parodied a lot of popular monsters from movies with its boss battles. The Pumpkin Ghost fight was a parody of the Planet of the Apes. The boss's attack was also edited, with it being changed from a bullet to a miniature pumpkin. The giant spider had their face removed due to referencing The Thing. The giant cat's first form was based on the Mogwai from Gremlins, with their second being off the actual Gremlins from the movie. The Mad Javelin Man loses their second form to reduce the similarities between them and the Daimajin monster from Japanese cinema. The Grim Reaper was instead the alien from the Alien series, and the facehugger creatures that they shoot out, which were again taken from the film, were replaced with corpses' heads. And then the plant boss was given a makeover due to being based on the monster from Little Shop of Horrors. This was handled really lazy though, as they have simply painted over the amp to the right with black pixels, allowing you to stand on seemingly thin air. There are many more changes than this, but most are not really censorship. However, alongside the edits made to plagiarized bosses, two regular enemies had to be messed with overseas. The first of these again takes inspiration from the alien facehuggers. Outside of Japan, the creatures were replaced with bubbles. And then for the final change, an enemy originally looked very much like Jason from Friday the 13th, and so they had their mask redesigned for the West.